Okay, we're gonna get started 45 seconds early. So, but anyway, we're Greg and Warmer. We're super excited, obviously, to have you on here. One thing we always want to make sure is that if you invited somebody, they're not on here yet, make sure you send them a text, shoot them a message, give them a call, say, hey, you need to get on. We're getting started. And so we're actually out of Sarasota, Florida. This is an international Zoom that we people all over the world. So some people it's morning, some people it's afternoon, some people it's evening. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And again, I'll have my wife kind of be able to give some disclosures real quick. And we have a very special guest speaker today, and so it's gonna be pretty awesome. We're tag teaming today, which is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're excited. So, yeah, like Rick said, if you know that someone was going to jump on here, you don't see them yet, please send out that text and let them know we're getting started. We are not medical professionals. I believe Denise is probably not a medical professional either, but we do know that the product we are sharing with you today is doing some amazing things for our friends and family across the world, and it's an absolute blessing. We feel that it is our social responsibility to be sharing with absolutely everyone. When you find a good thing, you're going to want to share it. So make sure you've invited your friends here. The other thing is we do have the presentation is really just to introduce to you this amazing little patch. It's a sticker, and I'll let Denise explain further. But the other thing we do is we do a very high-level overview of founder and inventor of this product wants to get it into 1 billion homes, and he is reliant on us, word of mouth, to share this with people, and as a result, he is compensating. So if you're not here for that aspect of it, you're more than welcome to jump off at that point in time. We won't take any offense, but do take a lot of notes, because you're going to hear from a wonderful, wonderful young lady down south Miami, down south Florida, and Denise is a leader on our team, and she speaks Spanish. And we're really, really, really excited about the amazing team that she is growing. She's not going to share with us in Spanish. She's going to share with us in English. But Denise has taken leadership and is leading her team with some great, strong leaders that have come alongside her. And we're so, so proud of her. We've known her for maybe 4 years now. And I can tell you this, that Denise was one of the first people we contacted. And we thought about her and we said, Denise, this is something. She was on board for use only. She used it, and she will share a little bit more about that. Maybe when we get to the business side of it. But thank you, Denise, for agreeing to tag team with us today, and we know we're going to have a good time. So take it away.
Yeah, take it away, and then I'll share my screen. So go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Denise Velez, like Mena say, and I've been using the patch in my mom for the past 2 years. I signed in December 2022, but like in January you get the package, so 2 years. And then a year ago, I started using it myself. And this year in 2025, when I went to Greg and Mena called me to see if I can buy the virtual ticket for the Rise Up convention. I got the ticket from them, thinking that I was doing them a favor because they had to go present, attend the event, not do it virtually. So I bought their virtual ticket, and I saw the potential of the business. I was using the product, I was getting results. Like my mom has Alzheimer, she's an Alzheimer patient, and I'm seeing her more alert, like more alive. Normally the Alzheimer patient tend to be, it's sad, but it's like a sack of potatoes, like a bag of potatoes. She's just sitting there, lost, And now you talk to her and she responds. I mean, she's not responding a whole conversation, but at least she's responding to you. She's starting to, like when you are a kid, she's starting to talk to you, and some of the words you can understand. So I start doing the business, and then a month later, I was a manager, and a month after, I was a director, and I'm working to be a senior director. So that's starting January 15th. So because of that, because what I saw in my mom, I start sharing with my friends, and I'm so happy for this opportunity. We pray for the whole year. I have Livia here, and she's part of my church, and the whole 2024, we pray for open doors. And in January 15, God opened my eyes to see the doors that He was open for us. So with that, I want to present to you this technology that is changing life, is making us health, and is also bringing us wealth, for people that are interested. Some people are not going to be interested, but it's our responsibility to share with everybody that we know about what God has put in our hands. I see it that way. I understand and I respect people's decision to say no, but it's my responsibility to share that with them. So I don't know. Okay. So the question is, have you been patched yet? This patch that we're going to talk to you is going to elevate, it's going to activate, and it's going to regenerate your stem cells. Our CEO and inventor, David Smith, God bless him, has actually over more, well, we already saw the announcement in LinkedIn. He has 200 patents. He's our scientist and our inventor, and he's also the CEO of the company. So that's amazing, because not too many companies, the CEO is also the inventor, So he's specializing in age reversing, which everybody, wants to. Today, in the age we're living, nobody wants to get old, So in 2008, David focused his attention on stem cell research, and it took him 10 years and 4.5 million to bring this product to the market, which is X39 patch. This product is patented, like we mentioned, so you can look at that number. It's a public information, and you can look at the information. And when you have a patent, it means that whatever you say in the patent that is going to do, the product or the invention that you created has to do it. And one of the things that this X39 patch can do in your body is activate your stem cells, improve your energy, elevate your antioxidants, reduce inflammation, manage pain, improve your stamina, and also, for all of the women, elevate collagen production. Everybody today is drinking pills, shakes. Well, this patch will increase your collagen from inside of you. You don't have to take it from outside. It's from inside your body. And that's one of the things that I like for this product is your own body on repair mode. Why X39 stem cell? Why this one? Because, the older that we get, our stem cells are not active. So by the age we're 30, only half of our stem cells are active. And unfortunately, by the age of 60, we lose almost all stem cell activity. So I don't know you, but I'm 56, so 4 years to get to that sixth floor. I need to take care of myself. I need to, because thanks God I'm healthy, but if I don't do something, I won't be healthy after 60. So I'm taking care of my health now. I always say I pay to be healthy instead of paying when I'm sick. Okay. You're always going to pay. And believe me, later, if you are sick, you're going to pay more. So how X39 works? It works as a proprietary form of phototherapy, and phototherapy, an example is when you go out to the sun, and the sun makes vitamin D in your body. So it's a patented nanocrystal technology. It reflects light to activate. So your own light is reflected and it activates your stem cells. It's non-transdermal. I love that. You're not putting anything in your body. It's your own body. And you're not putting any drugs or chemicals or stimulants. You're not taking any pill. You're not drinking any liquid. And it's not invasive. And remember, live products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. We are just sharing the testimonies we are seeing in the people that are using this technology. And some of the benefits, because everybody's different, but some of the benefits that you can experience really quick with this patch is increase strength, reduce inflammation, increase stamina, get more energy and vitality. I'm getting that. Mental clarity. I'm getting that. Restore muscle or skeletal conditions, improvement of sleep, improve skin appearance, and a lot of people in my team has seen some of these benefits already. So people that I already know, it's not that I heard someone tell. No, people in my team already know that I already know, I'm sorry, are experiencing this. For example, my friend Angela, which was my first partner, she actually, her husband, after starting using the patch, he stopped snoring. So after 20 years of marriage, she finally found the solution for her husband to stop snoring. So now we have a happier marriage there, no? And I have my friend Livia. I don't know, Greg, if you want to do the testimonial now or after I finish this part, because Livia wants to share
Yeah,
the
we can do.
testimony of her sister.
Yep,
So
we can do that now. In fact, I'll stop
okay.
sharing, and if she wants to share and unmute herself, that'd be perfect.
Livia is going to tell the testimony of her sister after wearing the patch for 2 months.
Yes. Hi. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Greg and Mena. And yes, Denise had told us about the patch for a long time, but I, kind of didn't pay much attention to her. And then she invited me to her house, and we were sitting in front of her with my husband. My husband was very skeptic, and Denise gave us her mom's testimony. We know her mom, we've seen her. So when I saw her like responding and more alert, I was, captivated by this technology. And we started using it. And I said, oh my gosh, I need to share this with my sister. And I have my own testimony. I have had pain in my right knee for 3 years. I've had to get steroids, infiltration, anesthesia, because I've had, this pain for a very long time. And I was, devastated with that. Like I had a lot of limitations of movement. So I joined the business with Denise. I'm already a manager as well. And I shared the patches with my sister. She also entered the business, and she started using it for herself first. She has an immune condition called ankylosing spondylitis. This is, family of rheumatoid arthritis. So she has a lot of inflammation in all her joints. She is always in pain. She was always in pain. And she took painkillers every day, sometimes more than once a day. And I'm not talking about ibuprofen or, Tylenol. I'm talking about very strong painkillers because her pains were very, very strong. So she started using the patches, and 3 days later, she stopped taking painkillers. So for our family, for the whole family, this is a big, big testimony, because it's not only that she's not in pain anymore, which is great, but she is active. She is doing a lot of stuff. Like I told Denise, in our family, we were all impacted by her health issues because we had to change flights because she was not feeling well. We had to cancel family meetings because she was not feeling well. So having her feel well is a big, big thing not only for her, but for all our family. So she's very motivated now with sharing what is happening in her own body. Yeah, she's also getting to share it. And we're going to have a meeting in Texas. It was going to be this month, but it's going to be next month. So that's amazing what's happening in her.
So tell about when you used the patch that she was in my house and the next weekend they were traveling. So in a
Oh,
week, what happened to you and your husband? Very quick.
yes. Well,
So you,
first,
you left the message at half, so you didn't say what happened to your knee.
oh yeah. So my knee 3 days later as well. I think we're the 3 day team. 3 days later, my knee did not, I mean, my pain was gone. My husband couldn't believe it, but he saw me wake up at night and I couldn't, lie to him because I woke up and I was walking like a penguin. He says I was walking like a penguin because the pain in my knee wouldn't let me walk straight. So when he saw me walk up to the restroom straight and walk, he said, "Oh my gosh, you're not in pain?" So he started using the patch again also, and he had problems to rest. He didn't, sleep like profoundly. So he started using it, and he said, "Oh, I slept like a baby." Like 4 days later, he slept. Oh my gosh, I'm sleeping like a baby. And then he had a pain in his right shoulder, sorry, in his left shoulder, and he started using the patch on the shoulder in the spot where the pain was. And when Greg and Mena came to the first meeting here in South Florida, he said, "I don't have any more pain." He couldn't raise his arm because of the pain in the shoulder. So now he's very motivated as well. We were on a trip for a couples retreat, and I had this pain in my back, and he said, "Why don't you put the patch in the spot where the pain is?" And I used it, and 2 hours later I was perfect, like nothing had happened. So it's really, really, it's not magic, it's technology. So it's been a complete blessing for me, for my husband, for our family, and we're going to next level with Denise.
Yeah. So I'm glad that Livia brought those testimonies because, like I say, some people are not going to experience immediately. Some people are experiencing immediately, and you see, this is a condition that is really, really serious. And just to see that you can change someone's life, that impact the whole family. I mean, it's a blessing. I don't know many of you in person. We will meet in next level, hopefully. But when you hear those testimonies, I mean, your hairs, like, like you feel good that you did something for someone. So I'm blessed to be able to bless other people and see that they are capable of doing a business also that we never thought that we can do. I mean, I never see myself before sharing a technology that will change people's life, health wise and financially too. So this technology has this test. This is an example of a result by using the X39 on the back of the neck. So they keep the results, like using the patch always in the back of the neck. And in the first session, this participant was a 77-year-old woman, and she never used the X39 before. You can see with the red that she had a lot of inflammation in the brain, and she was having lack of brain coherence. And that doesn't have to be a 77-year-old. That would be all of us, because we all have inflammation, unfortunately, with the food that we are consuming, no? So in session 2, they took another scan after 3 weeks of this person using the X39, and they saw that the inflammation was gone. and the brain coherence improve. And session 3, which is 6 weeks after using the X39, they saw a complete turnaround, and she has better brain coherence. So you can see the difference just in 3 weeks. Imagine if you keep using these 3 months, 6 months, or like the same David Smith say, a month for every decade of your life. Your body is gonna be in restoration mode, okay? The next. And in the studies that they did, you know, and you can find more information in the dccinfo.com. Some of the long-term results after using the X39 is like in the first few days, 4,000 of your genes begin to reset. That there is like patch me. 6 weeks after, your brain becomes balanced. So now you don't get stressed that much. You don't get angry that fast. You know, you start thinking more clearly. I mean, that's what I saw. I was very like, you know, like I'm taking things. I can think and then act. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased, so you will see better appearance in your skin. We have a lot of testimonies with hair issues, acne. You can watch all of those testimonies in the dccinfo.com. And the 6 months, within 6 months, your heart reverses in age. And that's very important because a lot of people are having or inherit cardiovascular diseases from our parents, from our grandparents, and we don't even know. So now with this technology, your heart is reversing in age. So we're going to be more healthy. And this is not an anti-aging product, it's an age reversing product. So this is what David Smith say. So for me, all of those benefits just get me. So how to wear this patch? So you can wear it for 12 hours and then 12 hours you take it out. For the study, they use it always in the back of your neck or 2 fingers below your belly button. But David Smith said you can put it wherever it hurts. And then once you use it for 12 hours, you just remove it. And then the next day you wear a new one, okay? During that time, it's important that you drink a lot of water, okay? So you can wear, some people use more than one patch at the same time. So all of the technical medical information, because yeah, like Mena say, I'm not a medic, I'm not a doctor, I'm an engineer, I'm an electrical engineer. So you can get the information in the dccinfo.com, and there's all of the patent information, how phototherapy works, how the patch works, a lot of testimonials. So you can find all of the information there. And you can use this tool to send it to your people. You don't have to learn everything and then start sharing. You can just send the people there, and when they ask you questions, you also go and study and learn also, because that's what is happening to me. We are growing so fast that the questions that they are bringing is helping me learn more, improving my knowledge, because I don't know the answers, but I can go to this website and get all of the information. And the company is a 20-year-old company, which is good because it's not a company that just came out of nowhere. It's a company that has been established for 20 years. It's open in it's more than 75 countries, I believe more than 80 countries. So that means that we have an opportunity to share this with people in different countries. And it's not a Me Too product, no? It's not a cosmetic, it's not a vitamin, it's not a cream or a supplement. It's a product that no one has. It's a patch that you just stick it there and drink water and you're good to go. That's it. Okay. So this company was a $20 million company in 2021. It grew to 320 millions in 2022. In 2023, it grew to 430, and last year, 2024, over $600 million. So LifeWave is, with this invention, is growing the company at like a skyrocket. So we are blessed to be part of this, and we want to be, in the goal that they have, that is growing this business to 1 billion in 2025. That means that what portion of that amount do you want to have for yourself and your team? And if you go to this webpage, businessforhome.org, you're gonna see that Lifeway ranked #1 momentum company, and also I believe we, for the past 2 years in a row, we have won the Bravo Award for the fastest growing company. So there's companies that have leadership, there's companies that have the best. No, this is the growth company. So you want to be in a company that you can grow to. So because the company is moving, you are moving with them. So you can see our leaders there, Steve and Gina Merritt, getting the award with the CEO and I forgot now the name, Meredith, getting the prize, collecting the prize that the company won. So we are in a winning company with a winning product with a winning team. Okay, so what is important for you? You want to have more time with your family. You have to have freedom to go whenever you want to go. You want to have sure that your retirement is secure, that is the stock market goes down. You don't have to worry because you have an income. You want to be able to travel to all of your family events or to the places that you always dream for. You want to have better health. You want to be less or no debt at all. So this opportunity can help you to achieve that. But it's important. What is important for you? What is important? Why do you want to do this?
We're unmuted, so that's awesome. So yeah, we said we're tag teaming, and so we appreciate Denise going through obviously information. That was awesome. You talking about obviously your mom and then Lydia talking about those testimonials. That's the amazing part that we see. We never know when we talk to somebody, lives that get changed, in the process. And that's the part. Like for me, I've always been very passionate about ministry. My wife's the same way, about helping people. And when this product changed our lives, we're like, you know what? Let's see if we can help other people. So the second part to that is literally what we were just sharing. And so Denise, thank you for partnering with us.
You did a great job, and thank you. And you know what I love, Livia, when you said 3 days later, no more pain, not popping any pain pills. And it wasn't just the ibuprofen, it was high schedule pain drugs that her sister was on. Can you imagine quality of life, the change, not just for Livia's sister, but the entire family? Because when one is hurting and you love them and you care for them, everybody's hurting. That's just the way life is. And so thank God for the turnaround.
And so the one thing that kind of highlighting this too, because everybody like obviously Denise was talking about, it has different reasons of what's most important to them. Families has been the most important for us. Got 2 daughters. Her whole family also is in South Africa, so we got a chance to spend a lot of time in South Africa this last year. Because what happened was that literally the #1 word for me a couple of years ago when we took a look at this program was freedom. I got pain-free 3 days later, same thing. I had a knee pain, hip pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, back pain. 3 days later, no pain. I'm like, what in the world is this? But then when I saw the opportunity, I was like, oh my goodness. And within 14 months of help, my wife and our whole team replaced my 6-figure income that I had for my job. 2 months later, fired my job. So January 8th of 2024, fired the job that I worked for, primarily just because they became more of more of a tormentorship management instead of mentorship management. And freedom is real. Freedom's awesome. Our business has quadrupled, almost quintupled since then, if that's the right word. It's literally been amazing what's been going on. And so if you're looking for an opportunity, we encourage you to stick on for a few more minutes so we can explain a little bit more, about this. But that's the big thing. Once again, a lot of people we're talking to right now are just better health. I've talked to a bunch of people today. Mena talked to a bunch of people that have people that they know or people themselves that also need, some changes. But again, all these other benefits come along with it from a business. So from a business standpoint, it's pretty simple. we actually just share this with others. We're not salespeople. We're share people. So we share this with others. Just talk about this. One thing, it's so funny because the same thing. I have the patch in the back of my neck. I can't tell you how many times I talk to somebody and they're like, well, what do you do? And I say, well, I work with a partner with a company that does a stem cell activation patch. They go, what is that? And I turn around, show them the patch in the back of my neck, or if I got one, on me, I can show it to them real quick. And they're like, well, what is that? And I explain how it works. And what's great about that, next thing you know, they're like, I want this product. I got people I know. And then I always ask them, are you ever looking at other ways to create additional income? Because we're trying to get the word out. They're like, yeah, I'm looking. So what we do is we get you registered basically as a brand partner. You get at the wholesale price. We'll share in a second. But what happens now is that you bring people on our right team and our left team. And this is only one of 4 ways that we make money. But what's great about this is that you, by just doing this, become what's considered a manager. And as a manager, you basically, just like Olivia was talking about, you can make up to $1,500 per week. Again, it doesn't start there. It starts at 100 and 200 and 300 and 400, starts growing and growing and growing. But just like, when Denise got started, she found a manager on her right, said, yeah, I want to do this. I want to become a manager. This person over here said, I want to become a manager. Also, she's got this person wants to be a manager. But what happens once you have a manager on the right and a left, now you can become what's called a director. And that's what Denise says. And by becoming a director, you can make up to $2,500 a week. That's significant. Now, again, it just grows and grows and grows to the point where, once again, you can now make up to $25,000 a week on what they call a binary. It's building a network of people, and some people are going to be customers, some people are going to be basically brand partners who want to build a business. But the key to that is they know people who know people who know people. And so we get business now today in 35 countries now around the world. It's very, very exciting to see what happens. So the different levels they show here, once again, as a manager, you can make up to $1,500. As a director, up to $2,500. Once you have 2 directors, you can make up to $3,500 a week. I get excited about this here because we help people at this level, and they're making a minimum, typically starting at about $1,000 a week, and it starts growing and growing and growing. This is what set us free. We became executive directors. This basically is a 6-figure income all day long. You pick the number you want. But literally for us, we had so much momentum happening because we just shared it with people. We shared it with others. And 6 weeks later, we hit the next rank. We doubled our business. This is 50,000 points in volume. I'm not going to go through all the details of that, but basically I doubled our business in 6 weeks. We had massive momentum going on. We still got massive momentum going on. We had basically, and then last year we had senior presidential director, the highest rank within the company. We've never had anything like that. So we tell people, if we can do this, you can do this. But it depends on whatever you want to make. So a lot of people, I talked to them, I said, even if you can make an extra $1,000 a month on top of what you're doing, I talk for South Africa, say it's an extra 18, 19, 20,000 Rand on a monthly basis. Would that be helpful to you and your family? If it would be, what if we can help you make an extra $1,000 a week or an extra 20,000 Rand a week? Would that make an impact? And most people are like, yeah, that's a huge impact. So, but you can grow to whatever you want. Now, this one way, once again, is limited. It's $1.3 million a year. Not bad limitation, but it's limited. The next one was one that my wife got really excited about.
Yeah, so I mean, I like the fact that we can max out at $25,000 a week because that's pretty decent
That's
money,
huge.
for no matter where in the world you are. But when I realized they have this unlimited income potential, this is what really blew my mind, And, my background is law, so I'm an attorney by profession. So pretty skeptical about anything that comes my way. And I'm always the kind of person, well, show me. Before I believe you. And honestly, I have been just every time I see this presentation, it's like sign me up all over again.
That's right.
Because it's proved to be true with us.
Yes.
We see it happening with us, and we see it happening with the people that we're sharing with, and it's undeniable. So when we talk about matching bonus and unlimited income potential, we have partners who are making over $100,000 a week. Okay, that sounds like a ton of money. Well, it is. And it's possible for anybody who actually wants it. Depends on your network. So like Denise said in the beginning, we shared with Denise. And Denise is our first generation in this business, okay? And whatever Denise makes on the binary, we get a matching bonus of 25% off everything she makes for the week. So if Denise makes $1,000 this week, we are going to get $250. The company will pay us. Her check stays at the $1,000. We get $250 of that. Then Denise spoke to Livia. Livia is second generation to us, first generation to Denise. We get 20% of what Livia does. So if Livia makes, for instance, 1,000, we're going to get 200. Denise is going to get 250, and Livia will get her 1,000. Now, Livia signed her daughter, Adriana. I hope I'm using the right name. And Adriana is third generation to us, second generation to Denise, first generation to Livia. And we get 20%, Livia will get 25%, and Denise gets 20%. So we get paid off of first, second, and third generation, no matter how far down on those two legs, first, the left leg and the right leg. So the focus is really, who do you care?
Yep.
Who do you care about? Who do you love enough to share something that may change the trajectory of their life, both for health and for wealth? You know, I spoke to a lady this morning. I didn't even know that she was struggling, both her and her husband. They have such bad conditions. I mean, so drastic that they've lost their house, they've lost their car, and pretty much everything, because they're needing to seek medical help. And the things that they're doing are costing them so much that literally financially they're strapped. And she said, we have to find something different. She said, and I believe this is it. And she said to me, because your health is your wealth. If you don't have your health, you literally can lose everything. And just like Denise said, you know, you're either going to pay for it now by doing some things right, doing the right things, or you're going to pay for it later. And so we do hope and pray that people are seeing value in this, you know, because LifeWave makes no promises. It really depends on your network and who you are willing to share with.
Yeah, and what's great about this too is that, you know, when we talk to people, there's a form that we use. Basically, you know, it's an order form. It's pretty simple. You can do it right online as well. Very, very simple. But really, what we want to do is teach people how they get it wholesale. So I tell people, you want to pay retail or get it wholesale. And there's really three different, you know, packages. And still, nobody says I want to pay retail. Everybody wants. I've had a few people say, well, what is wholesale? It's a better price. I go, yeah, I want that. So what happens is three different packages that they basically have that are available at the wholesale. The first one's called a core pack, and basically, instead of paying $150 for what's called a sleeve is 30 patches. It's a 1 month supply. Instead of paying $150, which still is a great deal, but compared to a lot of other stuff that's out there, doesn't do 1/1000th of what this does. But again, we can get it for less than $100 for a 30-day supply. So if someone says, I just want to try the product, great. Then what happens is when they want to try the product, we recommend, you know, register as a core. You got to, in order to get it wholesale, you got to buy at least 3 packages, or basically what's considered a 90-day supply. And you want to use it for at least 90 days anyway. The rule of thumb is for every decade that you're alive, you should be using this for at least 1 month. So I'm 54, I should be using it 5 to 6 months. So once again, depending on your age, you know, that's what they recommend, but a minimum of 90 days. The reason why, because 97% see significant differences in their bodies and everything else, not so clear to everything else you think about, better sleep, better focus, better energy, better everything. Me, it was reduction in pain, completely amazing. But the crazy part about it, within 97% within 90 days. And so we tell people, once again, try it, and once again, utilize it. They do have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk at all. But then we have people that say, well, I like the idea of actually making money from this. And we recommend the advanced or the premium package. The advanced, you get 6 sleeves, but we highly recommend the most popular package, which is really the package we started with, which is the premium package. If you're a business owner and you're someone who actually likes the idea of owning a business, you've got a lot of options out there to buy businesses or to invest in businesses. Or, you know, like I got a friend of mine I just talked to today, he's got 2 different franchises they have. One is a cleaning business, a cleaning franchise, and another one is basically a pest control franchise. They spend a lot of money on expenses pretty much every single day. I mean, they got massive expenses every single month, including franchise fees, advertising, actually the vehicles they have, the employees, the insurance, everything else. I talk about, once again, $1,750. Someone like that looks at it and goes, this is nothing. This is like, I spend more of that on gas a week, you know, for just the vehicles. But you look at this for a one-time investment, and then monthly, just $200 a month. That's what we did. Now this, you get 20 sleeves, and it's not because you need 20 sleeves or that you're going to sell the sleeves. What Steve and Gina, who are the number one builders in this whole industry, they said, what we recommend is that what you do is basically you get enough for yourself, but then you also lend a sleeve to somebody when they get registered. So we just did this the other day. Someone says, hey, I want to get registered. We get registered because they live local to us. I said, let's meet up and I'll lend you one of my sleeves. So, but then when yours comes in 4, 5, 6 days later, just give me one back. I'm like, that makes sense. Instead of just giving out patches or handing out some sleeve, whatever. No, it's better to lend someone. Then now they can start using it right away. And then when they get the product back, they get it back. We call it place and replace. So we place and replace and place and replace. We just started doing that over and over and over. And then we made this money back in 2.5 weeks. Now we can't guarantee it for him, but we talked to a lot of people. How we made the money back is the third way we make money, which is once again upfront money. We make $405 on what they call a PIB, which is a product introduction bonus on the premium. We make $75 on the advance. We make $35 on the core. Now you can register however you want to. We always tell people just get registered. We even have people say, well, I can't start here, but can I start here or start here? Absolutely. And you can always upgrade to here if you want more sleeves to get to people. We've had a lot of people do that. But we actually signed up several premiums, several advanced, several core, and we made that money back in 2.5 weeks. The first month we made almost $3,000. Now, like I said, I can't guarantee that, but we got people on our team who have made more than that their first month. But we have other people that they just start making a few $100s, whatever it is. My goal is to help you get enough product going, about enough things going on that you can actually, whatever you invest, you make that money back within the first 30 days. We've had other people who said, will you help me make that money back in the first 30 days? Yes, we take our time, our energy to help you do it, because the more successful you become, the more successful we become. And that's one thing our whole team does. It's a servant leadership type team, which is amazing. So the importance of being on a monthly subscription is, once again, from a business standpoint, we want everybody to continue using this product. The more you use this, the better the results become. I've got over 20 things that literally have been better. My hair's slicker, my hair's darker. I got, once again, I talk about use of restless leg syndrome. That's gone. I could talk about all these different things over and over and over. Better focus, better sleep, better energy. My wife's sleep has improved so dramatically that she doesn't wake up in the night and blame me for waking her up. I mean, it's pretty awesome. But once again, if you say, hey, I can do one sleep on auto ship or a sleep subscription, once again, you can only make up to $100 a month. Basically, you spend $100 a month, but you can only make up, $100 a week on that. But if you do 2 sleeps for a month and you're at the advanced level or above, advanced or premium, it's unlimited. You can make as much money as you want. And trust me, the money's there. The money's available. The company's debt free. They never missed a payment for anybody, and it's absolutely staggering. What they've done. So
the websites, Denise actually touched on this as an info. That is the website we share with absolutely everybody, whether they're a stay-at-home mom or they're a doctor, because it has all the information that anybody needs to know about this. And we don't want to become the scientists. We're not scientists, no. Okay? You may be, but we don't want to be the scientists. We also don't want to be trying to explain what David did, because I cannot really explain it. He's the one who explains it best. Yeah. And the other thing is, there are a lot of testimonials there. So people can see the testimonials. They can also see the clinical trials and everything that they need to know. No one can purchase off of that site. Then thisisateam.com is amazing website for those of us who choose to participate and to make an extra $100, $200, $300 a week, whatever your figure is, because it's like the textbook. Like, how do we do this? How do we talk to people? The script, what do we say? It also has, how to figure things out in your back office, because you do get a website. And literally the only investment we have is getting a package, your own product,
one time,
that you're actually going to be using anyway. So there is no risk, So these 2 websites are absolutely amazing. We do not need to do anything for ourselves. We just need to plug and play.
Yep.
Plug and play. And I know, I believe Ellen has got Linda on here, but anybody that you invite, just plug and play. Yep. Just tell them, I use this website. This is team.info. It's going to give us everything that we need.
Yeah. And to go back to what we were talking about on the previous slide here, basically, when you look at once again, 30-day money back guarantee, but also this was the initial investment, and our monthly amount that my wife and I spend is $200 a month. I spend $100 for myself. That's our business expense. That's it. Now, again, we have other things. We use cell phones, we use computers. Those become business write-off. which is, pretty amazing. But that's the part that is amazing when you look at that compared to traditional businesses. My friend Eric's like, yeah, I would like that idea. So again, what we do is talk to people about, once again, there's other team Zooms that are going on. So even tonight in the United States, there's an 8 o'clock and a 10 o'clock. If you're obviously in other countries, tomorrow basically at basically 8 p.m. What do they call that again?
Greenwich Meridian time.
Yeah, so that's
that would be,
German.
I believe it's 10. It could be 10 p.m. South African and Central Eastern Europe.
There's 9.
Or 9
Yeah.
p.m. But either way,
Yeah.
the bottom line is all these Zooms are recorded. So even if you're sleeping while the Zoom is happening, you can actually go catch it on YouTube. This is a team YouTube channel, so subscribe there. And the reason for this is because we don't need to be the show.
No.
We have people that are relatable that we can, if we're not available to show the presentation, you can tell your friend, hey, by the way, in Sydney time, 8 p.m. in Australia, they have a meeting happening.
12 p.m. South
which
African
is
time.
12 p.m. South African, 6 a.m. in our time. But the one thing we do, for those of us that are building teams, for those of us that are sharing, for those of us that want to participate in the billion homes that David Schmidt is wanting to share this information with, we are invited to team training every Saturday, and that's one Zoom we do not miss.
Yep.
We never miss the team training because the information is so amazing, and it really has helped us take this opportunity to the next level, because we find out what other leaders are doing and just ideas, it's like brainstorming, and finding out what other people are doing to create success, to get the word out, so that we can get it into the billion homes.
Yeah, and one thing that's great about this is they got a Spanish team training the third Saturday, which is actually this Saturday. I was just double checking on my calendar, making sure this Saturday, I believe it's
And Thursday night, Mark and Sayi Hernandez will be doing the Spanish training at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard as well.
Yeah. So what's great about this is that all these things are available for you. So we got conventions that are coming up. You might have heard, obviously Denise talking about Next Level. We have a convention coming up here in Orlando, Florida, August 8th, 9th, and 10th. And so the really biggest thing is you want to do is get back together with the person that actually brought you to this meeting here and talk to them. I always say there's really 3 different options. 3 different conclusions most people come to. And we call it a 3, 2, 1 launch. And basically, number 3 would be someone that says, you know what, this sounds good. Can I get some more information? I may not be ready to buy right now, but I can get some more information. Great. Just tell them you're number 3. They'll get the information to you and they'll follow up with you. Number 2 would be someone who says, yeah, I like the idea. Can I get the product at wholesale? And we'll get you on the packages at the wholesale price, which is great. So you can start experiencing this. And a number 1 is like, I like the idea of wholesale, but can I also become a business partner where I can make money from this? And yes, we'll get you launched, do the exact same thing, help you get started, and put together a launch meeting, and we'll get you launched. And that's what it is. So if you're serious about your dream, you want to get back together with a person, tell them if you're 3, 2, or 1. Just once again, let them know your intentions. Once again, we're professionals, not pests. We don't want to pester people. We want to just follow up with you in a professional way. And really, hope is your future. We always tell people we're hope dealers, not dope dealers. And we say get started. Once again, get the form, get filled out, go online, how they send it to you. Say, I want to get started today. There's no risk whatsoever, 30-day money-back guarantee. But I will tell you this one thing is that when you look at these pictures here, they talk about a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So you use a picture, you look at, wow, look at that. We've been in places all over the world that have views like this, right? And then again, you look at a video is worth 1,000 pictures. You watch a video. We talked about my wife being from South Africa. The first time I looked at South Africa, I saw pictures like, wow. I saw videos. I'm like, whoa, look at this. Oh my gosh, I never thought about that. It's pretty amazing. Looked at Cape Town and some of these other places. But how many people know an experience is with 1,000 videos? When I went to South Africa, what a difference. Oh my goodness, got to meet the people, the culture, everything else. It's a totally different thing when you walk on a beach and experience and watching a video of someone else walking the beach. We want you to experience this product. That's the reason I mentioned that, because once again, it's hard to deny the results you get from this. Once you experience it, you're like going, I need to share this with other people. So what we tell people, the best way to research this is put a patch in the back of the neck and you get 30 days to research all you want. And again, our goal is to share this with the people you know. So we're very excited to share this with others.
That's the thing. It's hard to deny the results because like Livia said, one of the partners, her husband was snoring for 2 years of marriage and then suddenly stopped snoring. Like, how on earth does that happen? And Lydia as well, she was walking like a penguin. And then all of a sudden now she's walking fine. When you live with a person and you see the results, it's undeniable. And I don't know anything else that is giving back a quality of life, to people. Yes, we love the doctors out there, and we do appreciate, but there's certain things that just, we need to know how to help our body. So we're so grateful that David Schmidt brought this to market. He put a lot of time and money into bringing it to market. And when we see the results, we just cannot not share with people. We have to share, because we don't know who is praying for their miracle. So we do want to thank everyone from around the world for joining us today. And thank you, Denise, for your amazing presentation. We love the fact that we have team leaders who can jump on board and say, you know what, I'm ready to do this and I want to do it. So just know that we appreciate every single one of you, and we are here to help you. If you have any questions and you need to reach out to us, I know Johan has a lot of guests on here this evening as well. So this is the reason for this. So every one of you who has invited a guest, get back with them. If they have questions and you'd like us to answer for you or talk to them, you're more than welcome to reach out to us. But next week, Monday, we will be having some guests. We will be having some friends that are presenting, because we're going to be in Utah, Salt Lake City.
Corporate headquarters.
They're
flying us in with a bunch of other
with
senior
David
presidential
Schmidt.
directors.
We'll be there next week. So we would like you guys to bring your friends, because it's going to be
everybody's going to be awesome.
Going to be a great presentation. But thank you for being on, and have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Thanks again, Denise. You're awesome. Thank you again, Livia, for your testimony.
Yes, thank you for everyone that participated. Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
And we'll see you next level.
Yes.